What's up guys, Caleb here with another installment of Reality Check, and today we are talking about the Intel NUC 8 mini PC. I mean, look how freaking tiny this thing is. Before we get into it though, I just want to give a huge shout out to our boys over at EveTech for sending this our way for review. It is available for purchase on their website, evetech.co.za, so if you need this or any other kind of gaming peripherals, a desktop, laptop, whatever, go show them a little bit of love because they've got awesome stuff. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Mini PCs like this Intel NUC 8 over here are few and far between, and let's be completely honest, for the last while they have not looked great. Overlay! I mean, this stuff is objectively hideous, bro. But there is a reason for that, and it's because they aren't designed to be shown off. It's the exact opposite, in fact, because the reason you'd buy something like this is to slot it into a tiny, unseen space. That's why primarily they're used for things like home entertainment systems or interactive info displays at malls or whatever. So basically something where it's not supposed to be shown off. But much like every single thing these days, we seem to be stepping into a world of small, yet aesthetically pleasing and still powerful devices. And don't forget that RGB, bro. Well, you can't see it now because it's not on. And will someone take this from me, please, before I drop it with all my gesticulating? But it's small, it's powerful, and it's sexy. So let's talk about it in a little bit more detail. So the idea behind the NUC is that it's a bare bones device that can be spec'd to your desires. Feels like a weird word to use in that context. Doesn't matter, I stand by it. I'm gonna stick with it. It can be spec'd to your desires. So we've got the i7 HVK model, which comes with an i7 88909G. So we've got the i7 HVK model, which comes with an i7 8809G and a Vega M integrated graphics chip. So that's pretty powerful just as... For the record, I do love chicken strips, but it just is objectively funny. I'm on silent now. So it is a very bare bones system, but they give you the option to spec up to 32 gigs of RAM divisible over 2 slots, and it has 2 storage ports, so you can slap 2 times 2 terabyte SSDs in there for all the storage you could possibly need. Now the thing that makes this interesting is because of those speccing options, it makes it quite a multifunctional device. Usually back in the day, mini PCs were very bare bones and not that powerful because they weren't used in such powerful systems. But now this can quite easily be a transportable mini workstation setup or the most inconspicuous gaming PC that you could find on the market, the RGB skull logo notwithstanding, obviously, but you can't turn that off. So aside from the Intel NUC 8 being spec'd way higher than any mini PC should be allowed to be spec'd, it also has a completely ridiculous amount of ports. So aside from the 6 USB Type 3 ports, there's also 3 USB Type Cs and 2 of them are Thunderbolt enabled, and there's 2 full-size HDMI ports, and there's 2 mini display ports, and there's 2 Ethernet ports, and there's a full-sized SD card slot reader. I mean, what the hell doesn't it have? Jesus.
Optical port. It's also got a headphone jack.
I mean, it's actually got more ports than any typical desktop PC. Like, it's... What the... Sorry, I had to swear, I had to let it out, man. Now, because they are taking this mini PC into a space where gamers and people using it in a professional context might consider it as a viable device, you have to hope that this thing performs well. And baby, does it perform well. That i7 8809G is a real workhorse, so 4K editing and rendering inside Premiere Pro, that's usually the benchmark that we use. It's a dream, bruv. You'll have no problems there whatsoever. Now, on the other side of that coin in a gaming context, integrated graphics, typically speaking, are not a good option if you want to do gaming. But the Vega M integrated graphics card performs surprisingly well, bruv. It's somewhere in between a 1050 Ti and a 1060, which is insane for integrated graphics. So you're not going to get the highest frames per second output for AAA titles, but for online first-person shooters, you'll be absolutely fine if you're into those PUBG Battle Royale style things. And you should be able to play at low to medium settings for any other modern games that you come across. Now, the one area where the NUC does struggle, as do many other small form factor laptops or PCs do, is the thermal. So at full tilt, it's sitting at a seriously warm average of about 93 degrees Celsius, which is to be expected though. It's entirely a product of its size versus its spec. So when something has that much power in it, it's just going to run hot. There's not a lot you can do about it. It also only comes installed with one lonely fan, so it's not doing that much to dissipate the heat. Did I clap? I did not. So I mean, just like imagine, dude, imagine all this performance and power coming out of something so tiny. Like, just pass me that thing, dude. It's so freaking small. Thank you, Graham, by the way. I appreciate you and I respect you as a colleague and a friend. Now, what's cool about this as well is that it comes with a VESA mount in the box. So let's say you have a monitor that has its own base and stand, but also has a VESA mount. You can attach it to the back of the monitor, and then there's basically nothing. It's just a screen, the most clean, minimal, unobtrusive setup that you can get. And it's a whole PC basically, just in the smallest possible size. It's ridiculous. So if you're interested in something like this, guys, go check it out. As I said, on EveTech's website, evetech.co.za, it is available for purchase there amongst a whole bunch of other things in the gaming, computer, tech world. They are the place to be, or they are the place to go if you need something like that. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Intel NUC 8. Don't forget to hit like, and don't forget to hit subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time for another installment of Reality Check. Peace! Could put this in my pocket, bro, if I had it. It's like, it's so small, dude. It looks like a harmonica.